us.
Hey guys, look what I have. I just jumped into practice mode a couple of seconds ago and I've been messing around, but I want to go through the move list for the first time together and give you my first impressions of Julia. I obviously don't have secret knowledge about the character yet, but I will say that I think the stage looks excellent and the track is pretty good. It looks like they've done something with the actual camera angle here and changed the UI. You can see that our shoes are sort of going off the screen at the bottom right there. I kind of like the change. I don't know if it's going to be on all the stages or whatever. We're just going to have to wait and see, but I'm just going to check a couple of things, go through the move list real quick, and then we're going to jump over to a wall stage because I'm really interested to see what Julia does for her wall game. Let's have a look at the rage stuff first, because it's at the top of the move list. Honestly, no. The first thing I need to know is if she still has bow and arrow. Okay, she does. So this means that her full crouch game is going to be good, basically. This is really, really important. And when she's in full crouch, your opponent's going to be scared of this, though. It's amazing. You know, 32 damage, natural. And then you're going to mix that with, like, while standing 4. This while standing 4, by the way, initial impression is that it's amazing. If this is 11 frames, I don't know if it is. I don't have frame data yet. I really wish I did. But 21 damage in a knockdown like that is very solid. One of the best while standing 4s out there. So this is going to be great for a mix-up for the bow and arrow. But, I mean, you can probably do while standing 3 at the wall. This looks like it might give you a wall splat, or it definitely will. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, the full crouch mix-up is going to be great. And then the other thing I have to check out is, yeah, if she has her shotgun. And if you're not a veteran Tekken player, this is basically the best mid ever, and it's Julia's signature move. If you get it out really fast like this, it's essentially an 11 frame mid, but it comes out of 4 forward, which means that you're never going to get it out that fast. So, I mean, 12, maybe realistically 13, but it has very good frame data, like usually frame data of a standard sort of down forward 1 mid poke, but it has this huge range and really great properties, amazing for combos and pickups and all the rest of it. So that's a fantastic move. And the 4 extension, I'm going to assume that this is still a counter hit launcher. Yeah, so they can't really swing into it after right there because they're going to get counter hit launched. So just the fact that she has the bow and arrow seems to have very solid mids to mix it with, like this 4, like this 3. I'm assuming that she has a launcher, or I guess for her it's the 1. Yeah, I mean, just makes her right off the bat probably pretty good. And the fact that she still has this mid, I'm going to have to see frame data, but initial impression is that she's going to be at least mid tier. It's very early to say something like that, but yeah, these are very, very good signs. But let's have a look at some move list stuff. That's the Rage Art. Twisting Arrow Cannon, so it's a Rage Art with a name. I don't remember Julia being like annoying and cuntish like that, kind of like Chloe in the older games. I might be wrong, but I guess she's a Twitch streamer now, so she has to be all cute and shit so that she can get all the Twitch primes. I would recommend that she invest in sexier shirts and not in sexier pants, though, because they're not going to see the pants anyway when you're sitting at the table. But maybe, you know, a little bit more cleavage if you want to get all those Twitch primes would be my tip. Oh, we need to look at the Rage Drive as well. Okay, it looks very good. I think that's her. Yeah, this is 443, which is a great Julia move. I'm going to be interested to know if you get guaranteed stuff off of this. Looks like you can do 2 in a row, though, for 41. So that's pretty cool. Maybe you can get a shotgun as well if you deep dash. Yeah, easy. Okay, so that's going to be a good mid. And it looks like the Rage Drive is a version of that with massive pushback. Probably interacts with the wall in an interesting way, but we're going to have to look at a wall stage. Okay, 1, 1, 1, and I think this is a counter hit string. Yeah, that's great. So you see I have my opponent's second option all guard here, meaning that the first 2 hits like that are natural, so that's going to be a 10 frame block punisher, probably. Hopefully she has something better than that 19 right there. But if she can hit confirm or counter hit confirm this, you're going to get the massive 40 and a knockdown right there. So that's very, very good. Probably something that you should worry about practicing with the character. 1, 1, 2. So she has a slower, chunkier mid there. That's probably going to be when you're hunting for wall splats. And then just for the standard 1-2, she only gets 15. That's kind of weak, honestly. But she can win turn off of this. We're going to get to that, though. I'm getting ahead of myself. Oh yeah, this string. This string is going to be like, if you're a slightly low-ranked player, then you're going to hate this string because low-rank spammers basically just do this string over and over and over to spam through people online. At least they used to back in the Tekken Tag 2 days, because it's like a mid and then a knockdown low at the end right there. And so you can't just stand block this. It's not a good string or anything against people who know how to deal with it, but it's something that spammers are going to over-rely on. But that's the 1-2-1-1, and then you have the 1-2-3. Okay, so these are your wind twirls, your Totem Spins, and it's 4 for the right, and then 3 for the left. And this is like a stance with Julia. She has all kinds of moves out of these twirls, and they're usually required in her max damage combos. Back 2. Is it this move? It says only when you hit on the front. Shoumen hitoji nomi. Okay. What do they mean? Oh, I get it. So it's not... oh, of course. It's not back 2. It's 2 back. So it's like a Soul Calibur move, where the directional input comes after the button. I actually kind of love that. So it's 2, and then you just press back on hit, more or less. And she goes into this twirl and gets the back. It's going to be very interesting to see what she can get for the mix-up here. If it's powerful, if she can like genuinely do something scary to you on the back here for a mix-up, this might be very good, because the 2 by itself looks extremely fast. I don't know how fast, but it looks like a very, very fast move. So if you can just like, anytime you want to like do a quick block punish, do this and then go into something huge on the back, that's going to be great. And it's, if that's the case, and I'm getting ahead of myself, it's interesting because this only does 10 damage, right? So maybe if you forgo a slightly more powerful 10-frame block punisher for this, and then you get only 10, but then you get a mix-up on the back or something. If that's true, it's interesting design and I love it, but we're going to have to wait and see. Back turn 1+2. Are we into back turn moves already? Oh, okay. I get it. Okay, this is really weird and interesting. So it's not a back turn move, it's a move that only works when you do it on the opponent's back. I can't remember ever seeing that in Tekken before. So yeah, it's 1+2 like when you have the back, because this is normal 1+2, right? You can see it only does 14 damage. And she says like yeah, but if you do it on the back, she goes, huh, and it's more powerful. Oh, and look at that. It says 2-hit combo. Is this guaranteed? I think this is guaranteed. Wow, that's crazy. If this is guaranteed, then this is powerful. It's going to depend on how fast the 2 is, but if this is like a really fast punisher, it's a 30 damage block punisher that reverses the positioning to get you out of the, you know, corner and everything else. So it's kind of like, it's not an orthodox punisher, it's kind of a weird one, but it looks really good to me, and the damage is obviously great. Looks like you have great plus frames here as well. You know, your opponent's back turn, for Christ's sake, so who knows? Maybe you can get something more powerful than the 1+2 here. Maybe you can go into something really juicy. Who knows? We're going to have to wait and see when the Julia meta starts evolving. But so far, this is like by far the most interesting move we've seen for Julia. To me, it might turn out to not be useful, might turn out to be very annoying and cancerous. It might turn out to just be something really cool and fresh. I don't remember if she had this before, but she might well have. The last time I played Julia in a game of Tekken was like, I mean, over half a decade ago, more or less. 4-4-1. Okay, so this is the Anna-esque or Nina-esque strings. I think this is going to give you a counter hit launch. Okay, so the counter hit 4 by itself is a counter hit launcher. That's honestly very interesting. And I'm assuming you're going to be able to get combos off of this. So you like a shotgun right here. Yeah, so you can easily get a shotgun, meaning that you have magic 4 combos. That's huge. I love characters that do. A lot of my favorite characters do. I mean, I do it with Bob, even though his is 13 frames to impact. This looks like it has better range, and it might actually be faster as well. If it's 12, it's great. If it's 11, it's amazing. And then who knows what you do for the combo, but maybe you do something like... Okay, that's really easy. It's very easy to combo off of this. So if it is 11, it's going to be like one of the best Magic 4s, honestly, in the game. And if it is like 13, like Bob's, then not quite, but it's still going to be very useful. Okay, and then if you get the counter hit on the second hit, then you get that launch at the end guaranteed. So that's going to be an annoying string to fight against online when you meet spammers. But yeah, that's just life. 4-4-1 until the 2. That's not it. Okay, there it is. So you can cancel that into a cheeky, chunky mid. 4-4-4, and that's going to be the high. So those previous two mids, that one and that one, are like mix-ups for this final 4 right there, so that you don't get that ducked and punished every time. And then you have a low option, yeah, very Ananine-esque. And you can do the down 4-4 by itself too. Okay. Doesn't seem very powerful to me. 4 tilde 2 1. Okay, so this is like the Leo low. I think she's supposed to play like the same style of, or use the same style of Kung Fu as Leo. But you can just consider this a low, because if you duck it, you're going to go under the high, right? And then you have the mid extension right there. Maybe this is natural on counter. Okay, it is, and that's 34. That's pretty good. Looks pretty cool. If it's safe, then it's going to be a useful string to look for counter hits with. Alright, this is interesting, because this, I think we saw this in the trailer, and I think this is going to be Julia's wall string. And if it is, it's very easy to perform, honestly. Let's pretend that we're running at the wall from a range. Yeah. Okay, so it's very easy to get out, and I'm assuming that the reason she has a little delay right there before the cartwheel is because they want to get you that 60% scaling for the final hit. So I think, like, kind of like they did with Armor King, just gave her a 3-hit string for the wall ender. And she might have something better, and this might not be good at the wall, but so far I'm going to assume that it is. And I kind of like the fact that she cartwheels back like that at the end, because if your opponent's in an oaky situation at the wall right here and you do this, then if they can't get off the floor with get-up kicks, because you're just going to be there, you know, with a punish right away and fuck him up for doing that. So that's pretty cool, honestly. It looks really useful. And what's this? Okay. 1+2, 4, back forward, 1+2. Okay. So that looks like it might be another string that could be good at the wall if it hits. How much damage does it do? 25, and the cartwheel does 20. So if that's useful at the wall, if it does hit, then that's going to be the more powerful option, obviously. That's pretty cool. Okay, and these are your spinnies, your wind twirls, your Totem Spins. She has the up and down version. You can do these off of her jabs and stuff, and they're used in a lot of her advanced stuff. She has moves out of them as well, so they are like stances in their own right. But we're going to have all kinds of frame data before we start worrying about whether or not they're useful in this version. But that's the one, and I love the fact that it looks different depending on what direction you spin here. Let's look at the counter hit property. Okay, so that's a counter hit launcher. It looks like a powerful one too, so that's pretty cool. Then you have the 2. That's a spin move apparently. That's pretty cool. This is Julia's hop kicks, by the way, her can kicks. They're usually considered very good hop kicks. Let's look at the range, honestly, because range on hop kicks is a weirdly important thing in Tekken 7. Okay, so they're not huge. So it's just going to be like a decent but not amazing hop kick. It has less range than Katarina, yeah, as far as I can tell, which means that it has less range than probably Claudio and Shaheen as well. But that's your spin move out of Wind Twirl, or whatever it's actually called, her spinnies, and this is probably a new move. I don't remember seeing this before, but I could be wrong. It looks like it has really good tracking properties, even though it doesn't have the homing property. Then you have the 3 1+2. Yeah, this is a chunky natural string off of your twirl. Looks like it's going to be great for wall splatting. And then you have the 4 1+2. Yeah, okay, so this is your like Demolition Man, Hell Sweepish kind of low with her. It is natural, it is very powerful, but if your opponent sees it, you're going to get launched on the block, of course. But the fact that she can do like what is like 1 2 3, yeah, so you do 1 2 3 to spin, and then you do this. My option, my opponent said the second option, all guard there, so he's going to block that. But that's going to be risky, but potentially powerful and really annoying. So she does have a falling leaf. Let's call it a falling leaf. It's probably similar to that, but because you can react to the actual spin, it is a little bit riskier to do than something like a normal falling leaf. However, you do have these really like powerful, chunky mid mix-ups for it as well. So probably pretty decent. 1+4. Okay, this looks cool. Natural? Yeah, it's natural. For 33 damage. The initial mid seems to have a lot of range. It's strange. You don't usually see a mid-low natural like that. Looks like it might be a pretty decent sort of mid-range Punisher, honestly, for 33 and a knockdown. She probably has better stuff for that, though. Pretty cool. Forward 2-1-2. Okay, this looks like it might have counter properties. Okay, so you only get the first 2 hits, and then if you get the second hit on counter, I'm gonna guess that maybe you get the 3, or the third, not the 3. Yeah, you do. And if only the last hit counter hits, it looked like that might actually be a counter hit launcher. Yeah, okay, that's pretty cool. Who knows if this is gonna be useful. 4-2-1 by itself honestly looks like it might be a very decent fast little Punisher. This might be our 10 frame. I can't tell if it's 10 frames, but it looks like it might be. Yeah, it looks like it might well be. And this, I'm gonna assume, because Namco just like to put powerful 10 frame block Punishers in the games these days for most characters. Who knows if this is 10. Could be 11, could be 12 for all I know. But it looks like a fast, nice little Punisher. I wonder if it's faster than the 2 back, 1+2 on the back, 30 damage one. But I like this little thing, and then you have the 2 extension right there for a chunky counter hit launcher at the end. So I honestly think this string looks really cool and really healthy. I'm going to assume that these first 2 hits jail. Yeah, they do. Or wait, we got to do this, right? Okay, they don't jail. That's sad. It would have been really cool if they did. But then again, it's going to be one of those where the opponent has to be really, really quite fast to duck that on block. And on hit, it's obviously natural. I think that string is probably going to be pretty good. Okay, and this is another stance of hers. It's the forward 3 where she jumps forward with the arms like some sort of ninja. But you can do 4-2-1 into stance, apparently. 4-2-4. This also looks like a decent little Punisher. Maybe that's the Punisher. Okay, so you can do 4-2-1 for 24 or 4-2-4 for 26. And which one you want to use for the Punisher here, it's going to come down to the frame data. And whether, you know, it's actually a good fast Punisher is also going to come down to the impact frame data. But these look very fast to me, and they are natural, so I'm going to assume that these are her intended Punishers. The 4-2-4 looks very good. 26 is not bad at all. Cool. 4-3, yeah, that's the stance, the lunge, and then you have 4-3 tilde 1. Okay, so that's like a death fist. 24 damage is not huge, but the range looks pretty good. Oh wow, the range looks really good. Let's try it from out here. Oh wow, okay. If this is safe, it's gonna be an insane move for hunting wall splats with. You can be like from half screen and just blow them up for 24 damage on a wall splat. Wow, okay. Yeah, if this is safe, it's gonna be a great move. It is a high though, so I'm gonna assume that it is safe. But who knows? But that looks really good. Looks like you might be able to use it for like combo fillers, honestly. 4-3-2. Okay, so that's your 2 out of the stance, knockdown mid. The 4 out of the stance is a cheeky little low, only 17 damage, doesn't look super good, unless it has counter hit properties. Okay, it hella does. Wow, okay. I wonder if that's an actual launcher. If you can get something guaranteed there. Let's try it. Oh wow, okay, so it is a full counter hit launcher. So that looks like just a cheeky little low, but it's actually quite dangerous. Wow, okay. I'm liking the stance so far. Up for 3+4 out of stance. I think this might be a combo ender, judging by the trailers that you use for like wall carry. I don't know. And it is obviously a launcher. It looks like it has great crush properties. So this is probably going to be like a Matterhorn-esque move for her. Forward 4-1. Wow, look, that's natural. This looks like a good combo ender to me. It looks like a good wall splat move. It looks like a decent punisher as well, depending on how fast the forward 4 is. I'm sorry I keep coming back to it depends on the frame data, but it really doesn't. I don't have it, but I can guess. This is probably going to be a very decent block punisher for her. You're going to be able to get the wall with this. If it is somewhere around like 12, 13, it's going to be very good for that. If not, then who knows. But if you're just doing a combo, like maybe you're doing that, yeah, that's going to be good after a spin for the wall carry. Looks like a useful string. Alright, Power Crush, forward 1+2. It looks great. The range looks great. The range looks really great. So this is probably going to be really useful, depending on whether or not it's launch punishable on block. If it's not, if it's like -13, then it's going to be like Bob, Miguel, you know, you're going to hunt for powerful wall splats with this. But if it is really quite punishable and you have to eat a lot of damage for getting it blocked, then it might be dangerous to over-rely on. Next, we have forward 1+4 back. Oh yeah, okay, so it's just her unblockable. It's not really interesting. Down forward 1. Looks like a shitty down forward 1, but don't worry about that because you have like the best mid ever for your main mid, so you don't have to worry about your down forward 1 that much. Doesn't look great, doesn't look like it does anything on counter hit. I wonder what this is supposed to be used for, honestly. The range isn't even good. It's probably a shitty move, but who knows, maybe it gives like crazy plus on hit or something. Down forward 2-1. Yeah, okay, so this is like your main launcher, standard launcher for block punishment and stuff. I'm sorry, my chair is creaking really badly. You can tell it goes into this little cutscene movie thing, and this is just a string that looks like this. It's a little bit weird. Wong used to have this in the older games as well. So it looks a little bit wonky with the little cutscene, but it's just an actual move. And let's check out the range. Yeah, it's really good. It's not super good, but it's good. It's kind of like Miguel's down for 2-1, honestly. And you can see if you hit at max range, it sort of vacuums and sucks the opponent into it. So that means that you're never going to be able to whiff the second hit if the first hit connects. So that's good. But this is probably going to be similar to Miguel, you know. I think it's 16 frames. I think it used to be 16 frames. And then it's very launch punishable on block. But it's like what you use for when you really have seen a reliable whiff and you're going to launch with something big. You have hop kicks, of course, as well. So up forward 4-3, up forward 4-3, I should say, for the hop kick as well. So you have another option for your mid launcher if you don't want to go completely balls to the wall with this. Down forward to 3, so you have this move cancel into the stance thing. That's pretty cool. And if they you know, hesitate and then swing here, you can get that little counter hit launch down there. So that's cool. Down forward to 4. Looks like it might be another little punisher for you, honestly. But then again, maybe not, because this is 16 to impact, I think. Which means that it's probably on the slow side. Whereas you can tell, right? Even if you don't have exact frame data, you can tell that forward 2-1 and forward 2-4 are obviously faster than down forward 2-4. So yeah, I think this is going to be a good punisher. This move, I think this is going to be a good punisher, and I think this is going to be like maybe not that useful. Let's see if the 4 right there has the counter hit properties of the standing 4. You can see it's the same animation, but it doesn't retain the counter hit properties, so that's sad. Down forward 3, 1+2. It's another chunky mid natural string. Looks powerful. Down forward 3 by itself looks like a pretty good little mid, honestly. Maybe good for just mid pokes, maybe combos. Down forward 4-1. That looks powerful. Let's have a look at the counter properties. Oh wow, so you get the whole thing on counter it for 51. That's pretty big. And look, that's definitely going to wall splat as well. So if you're good at setting up counter hits with this character, so far her counter hit game, I'm going to say it looks really good, because you have a magic 4 that works, you have this thing for counter hits, you have this thing, and imagine if you get this like at the wall, you get the counter hit, it's a 51 damage wall splat, and then you're going to do an entire wall combo on top of that. It's going to be massive. So far she seems to be sort of semi-aggressive counter hit character to me. The counter hit properties look great so far. Down forward 4-1. Oh, sorry, down forward 4-3. Okay, so that's a spin move. 3-hit spin string. Maybe after like a refloat with a shotgun. Yeah, that works. It's not huge damage, but it looks easy enough. Down for 3+4. Wow, is this natural? Why? This definitely shouldn't be natural. This looks very... oh, okay, no, look, it's not a low. If this was a low, it would be very annoying if this was natural, because it would be like 30 guaranteed damage and plus frames anytime you want it, on demand kind of thing. Doesn't even need clean hit, but you can tell that it's a special mid and not a low. So it's basically a low parryable mid. So this means that you can stand block this, so don't worry. See right there how she stand blocked that with the leg. Actually, she actually checks the kick with a leg block. It's actually cool. This game animates beautifully. Okay, so that might not be amazing. Down to 3. Looks like it might be a combo filler, honestly. Maybe not. Probably not. Wonder what this is good for. Okay, not really getting this one. Oh, okay. So it's like the down 2. Oh, the down 2 is like your down jab. So you have a nice little mid extension off of your down jab here. That might actually be pretty good. That means that it's lightning fast. And you can do it from full crouch down jab as well. Okay, I'm sorry. I was lying. This is good. This is great. A lot of characters have weird, powerful extensions off of their down jabs these days, and I can't say I'm in love with it. It feels very, very good, and it feels like you're being cheated when you're one of the characters who doesn't have that. But then again, I'm playing Elisa right now, and her down jab is obviously amazing and connects into all kinds of things. Down 3. Look at her hands. She does the devil horns. she does devil horns with her fingers when she does this low. So this is like her metal low. That's so funny. But it looks like an amazing little low poke. Good range. It looks lightning fast. This might even be like 13 or 14 frames. Reminds me of down 3 from Master Raven. No high crush properties, but it looks very good. Down for 1. Yeah, that's the Ananina string. You know, you get the counter hit for the Cancerous round opener, and you get the launch. Down for 1 until the 2. Yeah, so we're basically looking at, you remember this string that connects off of her 4? We're looking at all of those right now, but you just go straight into the down 4 instead of 4-4. Yeah, like that. Okay, so that's, we've already seen most of this. Down 1+2. Okay, kind of like a shoulder, 27 damage. It seems chunky. Maybe you can do a wall combo, like a classic, you know, Tekken wall combo is like, you know, high, mid, shoulder, or something like that. Looks very slow. She probably has better stuff, though. Wow, look at that. Straight up the crotch. This is, like, definitely going to have counter properties, right? Yeah, you can sort of tell. Honestly, it looks like a pretty powerful counter hit launcher, so even more powerful counter hit stuff for Julia. You can see it has good range. It reminds me of Marduk's move. All kinds of range. Looks like it has high crush as well. And you can combo off of this, right? Yeah, no problem. This looks like a very useful spin move. Like 100% guaranteed, always kind of thing. Okay, so that's another good counter hit launcher for us. So our counter hit game seems very good to me. Okay, that's a weird one. Counter hit natural mid-low. Very strange. Can't really see the point of that one. Down back 4-1. Probably counter hit natural as well. Wonder if you can get anything guaranteed there. Maybe not. Maybe you can back roll that. You probably can. Back 1. This is gonna have counter hit properties, I think, as well. Yeah. And is it a full counter hit launcher? Yes, it is. Okay, so this looks, just off the bat, looks amazing as well. Reminds me of down 1 from Leo, which is a great move. Like this out of a sidestep is going to be really oppressive. It looks like it forces crouch on normal hit as well. It's just a really good counter hit launcher. So far, like, how many good counter hit launchers have you had so far? You have the Down back 2, oh sorry, down back 1, back 1, and magic 4, as well as really good counter confirms like 1, 1, 1. And what was the other one? It was trying to remember that other really long string she had for like all kinds of damage. Can't remember it right now, but her counter hit game seems ridiculous so far. I think she's going to be very good for counter hits. Okay. High, high, mid. Maybe a combo ender. Back 3, 4. Oh, she's got the Oscar twirls here. Maybe counter hit natural. Maybe counter hit launch, I was going to say. Okay. So that's going to be annoying. Yeah, she's going to be... I'm sorry, guys. I know you don't want to hear this like on day 1, but you're not going to want to fight this character online because she has all kinds of like really annoying counter hit strings that she can panic into. She's going to go into stuff like this, and this is going to be similar to like down back 3 from Armor King, down back 4 from Lars, you know, moves like that that you hate to get counter hit launched by. And so if somebody just plays her very aggressively and does a lot of these moves and keeps piling on the pressure, it's going to be annoying, I can just tell. But I think there might be a seriously enjoyable and strong character sort of in the layer beneath that. Okay, here's a homing move. Looks a lot like Bob's. Looks like you might be able to get guaranteed stuff on the floor here. Maybe not, actually. Okay, so you can get a down 3 if you're really close, which means that you can probably get something even more powerful. Just looks like a very nice little homing move, decent range. It's a spin move. I doubt that it's going to be used in combos, but who knows. Back 1 plus 2. Wow, look at that. Normal hit launcher. And you can get the deep dash shotgun right there. Probably not going to be amazingly useful, honestly. It looks like it has decent range though. Up forward 1, straight up the nose. It's another funny animation. Maybe counter hit properties, looks like it. Okay, but it only gives you the knockdown, the butt flap knockdown. Not a full launch. Up forward 4-3, that's your hop kicks, and you have a safety hit and a mid right there, so kind of like shredder kicks from Paul. Up forward 3 plus 4. Okay, so this is kind of like a stomp. I'm guessing this is new. I can't remember seeing this before. 30 damage is pretty big though. But Elisa has stuff like this. It's usually not super powerful unless you can do like funky setups with it at the wall. 4 forward 1, the shotgun. Best move in the world, in the universe. Use it a lot when you're playing Julia. 4 extension looks like the main spin move. Counter hit launch. Duckable high though. I'm guessing it's a duckable high. It really shouldn't jail, but who knows? Maybe it does. 4-4-2. Okay, so knockdown mid. Looks decent. Probably going to be, honestly, okay, say you launch them with maybe this move. Unlikely, though. And then you do that. It's probably going to be a powerful option for the floor break, honestly, on the floor break stage. 4-4-3. Yeah, great move. Looks like you can get 2 in a row here if you delay it a little bit. Yeah, and maybe a shotgun too. Yeah, less damage though. This is going to be fantastic. You can tell how fast it is, and it covers a lot of ground. Like her foot has full-on motion blur when you do it. Or maybe that's her shoelaces, but it looks really good. 4 forward 1 plus 2. I think this is her wall bounce, but we're going to have to test that when we go to the wall stage. Down forward 1, 2. Let's look at that on counter hit too. Okay, it becomes natural. Looks good. Down forward 1, 3. Okay, so you can go into 3 or 4 to spin left or right off of this. Quarter circle forward 2. Okay, so this is just a big launcher whiff punisher. I don't think this is going to be huge for you because maybe if it's safe, you can throw it up fishing for hits. Kind of like how you do with the roll dash 1 from Anna. But honestly, if you're just going to launch them for a whiff punish, I think just going for this probably feels more reliable. But who knows, this might be a really good launcher for you. Running 1, okay, that's interesting. Looks great. Oh yeah, but I kind of recognize this. I think she had this before. So if this gives plus frames on block, then it's going to be really good. You're going to use this for like after a wall splat to break the wall on a wall break stage. This looks like a really good approaching tool. You know, there are a lot of characters who have stuff like this. You know, a good running one, Elisa, Claudio. They have the 2 though. Ellie's has something similar to this as well, but it's going to come down to the frame data again. It looks pretty good though. 28 damage is pretty nice. Running 2-1. Okay, that looks like a really good combo ender to me. Looks like it might be really good for chasing wall splats at the end of a combo. So if you launch like that and then you do this and then you do instant while running 2-1, yeah, look at that. That's going to be great. Really good damage. You can launch them, you know, up diagonally for the wall. Looks really good for that. And then maybe you have a slash kick. Yeah, bog standard slash kick. Nothing too interesting about that, but it's nice for those of you who like slash kicks. And then we have some while standing moves. One is the launcher. Hopefully 15, maybe 16, maybe even slower. While standing, yeah, that's that tilde cancel that we've seen off of the 4 strings earlier. While standing 2-1, that looks like a natural, so that's probably a good punisher that you have here. Bob basically has this exact move. It's duckable though. And the 2-2, the mid mix-up, I guess, yeah. Okay, so it's very similar to Bob's version of this string, honestly. And then while standing 2-2, 1+2. So I guess that's a safety hit. If you're about to eat the punish off of this, you can tack on another mid and get a knockdown mid there at the end, maybe. While standing 2-3. Oh, so she can go into her spinnies off of while standing 2. That's pretty cool. Confuse the opponent. While standing 3. This looks like a really good while standing mid. Again, you know, mix-ups for your bow and arrow. Gonna be great, probably. Probably not used for the spin properties, but who knows. It's homing as well. Wow, that's really good. While standing 4 looks amazing. Looks absolutely amazing, honestly. Full crouch down 4-2. Wow, look at the speed of this mid. Okay, so this might be another really good mix-up for the bow and arrow. Let's compare the damage. So the 3 gives you 20 and a wall splat. The 4 gives you... Oh, sorry, 21 in a wall splat. The 4 gives you 21 in a knockdown, and this gives you 25 and a wall splat, presumably. So this looks really good. Might be the ideal punisher, honestly, or mix up mid, I should say, for the bow and arrow. And then full crouch down forward 4-3. That is the bow and arrow itself. Sidestep 2. Looks like it might have counter hit properties. Yes, it's another cool little counter tool. Sidestep 3, that looks better in my opinion. Chunky. Probably going to be good for wall spots. You know, you're at the wall, you do like a 1-2, they block, you sidestep, evade, and then you get the 3 for the wall splat, kind of like a sidestep lariat for Bob. Sidestep 3+4. Okay, so you have the Matterhorn right there. That's cool. And then we're at taunt, so we're about to wrap up a little bit here. Really annoying. Even more annoying because it looks like Xiao Yu. 10 string. I don't really care about 10 string. Let's have a look at it. 2-1-1. Alright, just looks like a bog standard boring 10 string to me. We're gonna get to throws now, and I'm interested to see if she has good throw game still, because she was, you know, almost kind of like a grappling character in Tag 2 when she was JC. 1 throw. Looks like you get good Oki. 2 throw. Side throws and back throws. Down forward 1+3. So that's a special throw. 35 damage. I'm going to assume this is a 1+2 break, which is good. It means that you have some throw mix-ups. Back 2+4. Yeah, it's that one. That's going to be good at the wall. I don't know if that's going to give you like a big chunk of bonus damage if you wall splat them with that, but it's kind of like her bootleg version of a giant swing. Up forward 1+2. That's pretty good as well. 37 damage. So she has a lot of good throws apparently. And if the break options are different enough that she can mix these, it's going to be very good for her. Okay, that looks like an annoying input. Let's try and get it once. There, you got to be a little bit fast. It's not difficult. Okay, you get 42. So that one looks pretty decent as well. And then a full crouch version here. 45, so that's powerful. You can use that out of full crouch. I like throws out a full crouch. They're pretty cool. And then, so you can throw crouchers as well. So yeah, you are kind of a pseudo grappling character still. And then we're down to combos. Okay, so we're going to look at the combos and then go to a wall stage. But my impressions of the move list are that she's going to be pretty aggressive. She has great range. And if moves like these are safe, then she's just going to be a good character. I think her counter hit game is going to be amazing. It might even be one of the better counter pools of moves in the game. And now I'm just really interested to know if she has good combo game. If she has good solid combos and good combo damage, then I think this character is honestly going to be pretty ferocious. Good little low poke right here. Amazing mids, of course. Above average throw game, so there you go. But let's look at the combos and then go to a wall stage. 4-4-3, 4-4-2. Okay, so you can get guaranteed stuff off of the 4-4-3, and this might be ideal damage. 39, that's pretty big, but you got to be quick. You see I dropped it that time. Yeah, so the double 4-4-3 4-4-3 gives you 37, and that gives you 39, right? So that's max damage, but you got to be quick. And then what do we have? While standing 1, down forward 4-2-3, and then that janky string. What is that? That's that one, okay. That's not the one. That's the 4, right? Okay. And then it's back forward 1+2. Okay, it just looks kind of weak. 50 damage. Okay, so what do we have here? Hop kicks into down forward 3 into forward 2-1. Oh, forward 2-1, sorry. Into shotgun spin, and then the while running 2-1 for the ender. That looks like it might be a pretty cool combo. Okay. Oh wow, yeah, and you can tell that is going to be a very good wall combo ender right there with the running 2-1. Very easy to do, very easy to perform combos so far, so it's probably going to be good. What do we have here? I'm not going to sit there and do all of these, honestly, because it's just you watching me trying to perform a combo that I haven't practiced yet. So let's actually just make a cut in the video, go to Jungle 2 and have a look at the combo game and wall game there before we wrap this up. So this stage definitely has more wub kind of music, and the colors are like very saturated, but it honestly looks pretty cool. It's not awful so far. Yeah, I like the music. It's kind of popping, honestly. Okay, nice. What was the wall stream we were gonna try? Was it? I think it was. Remind me. Down forward 4-2. No. Let's go to the move list. Oh come on! I remember this. Oh, it's 1+2. There it is. 1+2, 4, right? Okay. So let's wall splat first of all. Okay, there you go. And you do get the 60% scaling at the end right there. So this is going to be the bog standard wall ender for Julia, presumably. So that's really good to know. And then let's see what her wall bounce looks like. Oh, right. She gets wall bounce off of her armor move. That's kind of crazy. Wow. This move is probably going to be launch punishable. Otherwise, it's going to be really good. And then you like re-wall splat them and do whatever, I guess. That's too slow though. Oh yeah, this music is great. It's like one of the best tracks in the game. I'm really happy about that. Alright, so what else? That's another wall bounce, right? Looks like it has really good range. So I think I mean, depending on, again, if this gives you massive minus frames on block and you're going to get launch punish, then maybe not. But overall, I think her combo game looks like it's going to be super solid, easy to perform, good long range wall carry, decent damage at the wall, and overall her move list just looks great. So I think this is going to be a very decent character. And if you're interested at all in Julia, then just dive head first into her right now, because I think it's going to be a lot of fun for you. I'm going to try and mess around and do a couple of combos here and see if I can get the wall. Maybe something like okay, that's too slow. Let's try that still works. Look at that. Okay, so your wall carry is going to be great, and you're just going to be able to do this instead of dash jabbing if you don't feel like dash jabbing. And then that's super consistent at the end right there. Okay, nice. Maybe something like this? No? Okay, let's try. A little bit too slow. There you go. So not super powerful. There's obviously better stuff you can do here, but the fact that you have this just means that your wall carry and conversion capability is going to be great. And the fact that it actually carries into one of your best spin moves and what looks to be, honestly, a pretty decent wall carry ender as well. Look at that. Yeah. Okay, yeah, her combo game is good. Her throw game is good. Her wall game is good. Her counter hit game is good. I think her pokes look above average. I don't know about the punishment yet, but punishment doesn't matter all that much. However, if these things are punishers, then yeah, it's good. If this thing is a punisher, it's at least very interesting. Overall, super cool. I'm probably going to start playing her, at least to check her out and see if it's as enjoyable as I think it's going to be to play her. But for now, we're going to get this video uploaded, and then I'm going to jump on Negan and have a look at him. Thank you so much for watching so far, guys.